Hello, boys, girls, and non binary pals. In the light of recent events, I wanted to take the time to talk about my experience as a third party content creator. Very minor, no one knows what I'm doing, but still, it's one of my hobbies. I do put it up on Drivethrurpg for sales. So I do have a teeny tiny bit of experience on this. So if you don't know the context for this, recently Wizards of the Coast launched their fifth edition 2024 Player's Handbook. And they had reached out to a lot of the popular content creators on YouTube and other places and asked them to talk about new player's handbook and what they think about the content, etc. There was an embargo not to do it until the launch of the actual physical book in at Gen Con. I think it was August 1st or whatever the date was. After the embargo was over, a lot of these content creators hosted some of their videos online talking about the new book, the new rules, the new character creation, etc. And then some of them got hit by a copyright strike, which, if you don't know, is really, really bad in terms of YouTube. Like, you can only get 3 copyright strikes and then your channel is deleted. For instance, we definitely know about, and he talked about it, is Jordan, the PH is silent. So he received a copyright strike. I know people like Mike Shea from Sly Flourish and Teo Sabadia who made their videos, and then Wizards of the Coast reached out to them and asked them to blur out certain parts of their videos. The reason, at least the reason that the Wizards of the Coast is saying, is that they're afraid that someone might take screenshots of these from the videos where people are showing off different arts and different pages and spreads and make a pirated PDF. And this apparently has really happened. Someone was going through each of the pages on the player's handbook, and people took screen captures of those and made a pirated PDF of this player's handbook. So the reaction may be understandable, but it doesn't have to be this extreme, though. The point is, like, these people might share Teo Sabadia, Jordan, the PH is silent. They have been promoting Wizards of the Coast and their products for almost a decade now. So why go after them? Like, none of them are working in bad faith. And you know that, and which is why you reached out to them and gave them the books. So why are you going after these people? The other easy solution that Mike Shea talks about on his channel is just make an official PDF, a searchable PDF which is properly indexed. You're going to sell them even if there are pirated copies. And here's the point: the people who get the pirated copy were not going to buy your stuff anyway. But that's the world we live in. Big giga corporations worried about piracy, which they cannot really stop. There's no way to stop it. What if some of the people who bought it at Gen Con just scans their copy, makes a PDF, and sends it out? How are you going to stop that? You can't. But what you're doing by not releasing official PDFs is you're making it difficult for your legitimate, good faith customers to use it effectively. All the third-party creators, for instance, Cobalt Press, Mike Shea's company, Sly Flourish, MCDM, Ghostwire Gaming, they all release PDFs, and their PDFs get pirated. You can't stop it. So why are you going after good people who work in good faith? And I also, in this context, want to share my experience as a third-party content creator and how I was contacted by someone, one of the companies, and had to deal with that. It wasn't really in violation of the license, or maybe it was, I don't know, the legalese is irrelevant here. I just want to talk about what happened and how this can be handled in a very good way. For instance, I've been publishing third party Shadowdark work for a few months now, I think since January. And some of my products, I had named them like Shadowdark colon something something. And I got an email from Michael from the Arcane Library, and he said that, hey, look, well, first of all, his first paragraph was, thank you so much for making third party content for our product. So they were appreciative. The second paragraph of the email was like, look, when you name it in this fashion, it seems like it's an official product. And that is something the license asks you not to do. The third party license asks you not to do. So I would prefer it if you rename it in this way. So they gave me the solution at the same time. And like, just instead of calling it Shadowdark colon blah, 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 just call it blah, blah, blah with subscript for Shadowdark. And once again, the last paragraph was, thank you so much for making third party content for Shadowdark. So the appreciation was there. It was an appreciation sandwich. And obviously, one might argue, hey, that's just PR. They want their game to grow in popularity, so they don't want to alienate you. I understand that, but sometimes just coming out and saying it helps. And also, the paragraph where they were complaining about a potential license violation was in a very nice tone. It's like, hey, look, I understand. This is the letter of the law. It is legalese. It was written by a lawyer. It's dense. So I'm going to simplify this for you. So you have done X. I want you to do Y. And then we're good. I immediately responded to him that, hey, I'm going to take care of this right away. Give me, I think I said 7 days to do so. And within the next 7 days, I changed the titles, updated the cover pages, and sent an email back to Michael and said, hey, here, I have updated things. Here are the links to the products. Please take a look at it and let me know if this is okay or not. Michael immediately, on that same day, or maybe a day after, very, very quickly, very fast turnaround time response from him. So Michael immediately looked at it and they got back to me and said, this is great. Thank you for taking care of this. One of the things that Kelsey, who's I believe, the owner of the Arcane Library and the one who made Shadowdark, does is she puts a spotlight on many different third-party content. So they're helping build and nurturing a community around the game Shadowdark, and their intent is quite clearly, we want you to make content for our game, but we just don't want someone to think that these are official products. And there are clear guidelines. It's easy to read. Like if you just read the license, it's very easy to read and understand for the most part. Obviously, not all of it because I did something which I shouldn't have. But just this interaction was so simple, so helpful. When I got the first email, I was like, oh God, they're going to sue me or something. But then I read the email and I relaxed. I'm like, okay, I understand what the problem is. They're not coming after me. I don't feel attacked. They're just asking me to solve something. I did it. I went back. They thanked me. They offered to me to submit it so that they can, if they like it, they can promote it. I would say overall a very pleasant experience. And I am a nobody, right? Like nobody knows who I am. Nobody really cares that much about what I do. But they took the time to be nice to me, help me through the process, and solve the problem. And people like Mike Shea, Tails Abadi, Jorfdan, the PH is silent. These are big people, big personalities in this community. People look up to them, people follow them. And now you have a giga corporation who's trying to, they're not treating them very well, right? Once you put up a video on YouTube, you don't want to redo it because you know that the quality of the content is not going to be as good. And for instance, in Teos Abadia's case, like having to blur out pages when he has so many like camera zooming in, camera zooming out, all of these things, it's just pointless. I don't think it achieves anything. It just pisses off people who work in good faith, the community that they have built around them. Now everyone is angry at Wizards of the Coast, right? Like, what was the point? What did you achieve? Why can't you just deal with it in a human manner? I don't understand. And also, please just release official PDFs. Then people are not going to go for pirated PDF. It is already out there. You couldn't stop it without releasing the official PDF. But now, if you release one, which has great art, searchable, indexed, I'm gonna, maybe not me, but someone might buy it. People always prefer the good quality over pirated nonsense if they have the option. And people who are going to get the pirated copy, they were not going to buy your original book anyway. I promise you that. So yeah, just my experience of working on Shadowdark content and how they handled potential license violation and how Wizards of the Coast just continues to commit these unforced error that alienates the community, and it's hugely disappointing in my opinion. But anyway, just a bit of a rant. Thank you for watching.